Morning everyone. It's another 5 a.m. start. It's because I've got to get into work fairly early today, but I want to do a couple operations in the winery just to keep the wine ticking over in good form. So what do I want to do? Well, today I want to do another aeration of the about 70 liters of free run juice. So when I put my nose up to it, I'm just now detecting the faintest smell of sulfur, extremely faint compared to what I saw, or what I smelled, excuse me, last time before we did the aeration. So I just want to do one more just to make sure that everything is rolling over. Okay, so it's the same procedure as before. I'm going to pop the top. I've got a sanitized tray here, which I'll put my bubbler in. I've got a sanitized bucket ready to receive the juice for aeration, and then I've got a sanitized funnel that I'll put on the top as well. Okay, this tap's a little bit sticky. Literally just let it splash and splatter, aerate around. And again, I'll transfer, I think last time I did about 50 liter of transfer, so I'll do about the same, 50 or so. Pretty straightforward. I got my return funnel set up. And it's down to 13 degrees. That is gorgeous at 13. So my working temperature that I was trying to get down to was 12, and I'll take 13. That is beautiful. There we go. I like that tap though. It's a little stiff, but when I close it, the butterfly valve, it closes immediately. Up we go. And a nice gentle pour back in. So I'll run this operation 5 times. It's nice because if you're an early person like I am, it also gives you time in the quiet of the morning, the still of the morning. It gives me time to organize the garage as well. I can put away the wine press now. It's dried out and ready to be stored till next year's crush and press. And yeah, it just gives you a chance to tidy up. And I've got my earbuds in, obviously, so it gives you a chance to listen to a little bit of music or whatever you want. And I recommend it. There's just a peace and a beauty to the early morning, especially in the Garage Winery. And it sounds very strange, and you'll make fun of me, but the wine seems to love it that we're in with it. Maybe the yeast love it, I don't know, but you know, it's interesting how grapevines, grapes, yeast, wine, everything, just it loves the attention. So here we are. Okay, I might cut that out of the video, but perfect. So 50, maybe even 60 liters has been aerated, reintroduced. Temperature gradient wasn't even 1 degree change, which is fantastic, so I'm not shocking these too much. Lots of aeration, definitely you can see good froth and bubble formation on this. So that's the second time this has been aerated. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. Well, the wrong answer is in a poor tasting wine, but you just have to adapt yourself to the quality of the wine, what's going on, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the tastes, and everything, and react to it that way. So there's not a single recipe, meaning do this and you have good wine. It's more observe, get feedback through all the five senses, and then react to try and sculpt the best product possible. Okay. We're going to move on now to the press wine, and I've just given it a spray down. I've transferred the bucket. It's good. It's still sanitized. Given the bung and bubbler a little spray down. Pop that in here. So that's into our sanitized tray. Give it a sniff. Very slight sulfur smell. What I'm going to do is just get a racking cane. I'm going to rack half of it into the bucket just so that it bubbles a little bit and froth is a little bit. Then just introduce it back into here, and that's our aeration. Generating froth. Let it breathe. Don't be afraid to get your nose in. I'm going to have a little smell. Oh, it smells gorgeous. Alright, let's see if I can pour it back a little bit slower this time. It does get tricky because it can get heavy here. Yeah, it's going to splash a little bit, and there's nothing I can really do. It's coming in from the funnel. A lot of foam, and that's obviously because it's in a glass carboy, so you have restricted volume or surface area, if you wish, at the top. The foam should dissipate fairly quickly. If it doesn't, it's going anyway. If it doesn't, you can always reduce the foam with a little flow or a little stream of gas, but it's dissipated quite quick there. Let's give this one more spray on the top as well, just so I don't introduce any unwanted spoilage organisms. So that's jolly good. There we go. So that's a rack and return operation to aerate the press juice. Right, so the last operation for today is just, or at least for this morning, is to look at the specific gravity of the red. So I decanted an aliquot here while I was aerating everything. So it's had a little bit of time to degas, it's had a little bit of time for any sediments to settle on the bottom. And I'm just going to give it, I'm a little shy of liquid in here. I should have added a bit more. I'll give it a little spin though. And get right down, and it's 1.01. 1.01. So that's pretty much all the alcohol depleted in this 1.01, but there's still a little bit of fermentation to go to get it to completely dry. That's good. My feeling is I'm not going to do anything, I don't think, tonight. But tomorrow morning I will likely rack the wines off of the gross lees, allowing them to finish their fermentation and generate a fine bed of lees that we can use to craft the flavor, the mouthfeel of this wine. So thanks for joining me in My Garage Winery, and I hope you keep joining me, because you know what, we're learning a lot. This is fantastic, and there's a real joy in making these things yourself. Instead of just going to the store and buying a bottle, you actually, for me anyway, you learn the process, what goes on behind the scenes to actually craft a good wine. And it really is a stress reliever as well. So I just love this project. I love that you are able to join me as well. And I hope you continue to. So thank you. And from My Garage Winery, I'll see you later, and let's make some wine.